Okay, this is our last haul for the month of June, and you'll see we're probably due for one. So we've got one lonely bee stick there, several of them gone. One last jar of jam for our birds. They don't like the Great Value grape jelly, but I bought a case at the beginning of the season, and I used that case, and slowly by slowly they did eat it, but they were not happy. I will show you the one that they do like in tonight's haul. Got some brand new pickles back there, some cheese sticks for work, plant butter. I love baking cookies with Country Croc's plant butter. It works better than butter and definitely better than shortening. Believe it, just try it once. Country Croc plant butter. I'll show you a cookie in a second what I baked with it. Half and half. We still got a little left. Still got a little orange juice left. That's for this weekend. And we still got a little milk left. That's also for this weekend. The orange juice is both of us, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Half and half is coffee for 2 days, which will basically be it because there's only less than a half. And the milk is about 1/4 full, and that'll probably be, 2 or 3 bowls of cereal, and that's it for my husband. My husband's single-serve yogurts all dished up. Still some of the yogurts that I bought a couple of weeks ago, but I will be doing what was recommended, and it was a great recommendation, just to buy some plain yogurt and use some fruit. So I did that this week. Some jelly that I do feed out, I just make it up in the refrigerator, one package or one serving ahead, so I can just grab it and go right out to the porch and feed them. Some strawberries, I got 2 for $6 here within the last week. 3 lonely eggs left. Some lettuce left. A couple of the wee yogurts. We went from those American Slices cheese that I've always had all my life for grilled cheese to Happy Farms by Aldi. They're mild cheddar, and that's what we're making grilled cheese sandwiches out of now because this is actually cheese. Some of my husband's soda, a couple of Campari tomatoes for salads, there's salad slicers, and a couple of Roma. Then that $3.88 large bag of carrots, which is only half full now, a few potatoes, and then the regular, we're back to feeding a hummingbird, a little baby one, some condiments, mostly for salad or our syrup from Sam's, and then some soda. Some of the last of the bottles that we bought during the pandemic have now come out, and there they are. So once they're drank up, one of our biggest goals is to quit soda altogether. And so we don't have many left. I always have turmeric powder in the house. I use it in cooking for lowering my gut inflammation, and then I do have a couple of cheese sticks back there, but I eat them pretty sparingly. I'm trying to lower inflammatory foods, obviously. And you'll see that soon. So that's what the refrigerator looks like. The freezer, there's the cookies that I made. I'll show you an up-close and personal one in a second. Peanut butter cookies. I can have the recipe in the show notes. They make 24 cookies, and they're real easy, real affordable, real easy to make. I've got some pizza dough for homemade pizzas, some of those egg rolls from Aldi for my husband still left, a chicken carcass for homemade soup. I don't really care for these, and I can't stand the tater tot brand, but there you have it. And I don't eat them. My husband likes them with hamburgers. An old roll that we're going to get out this weekend and get done with. Some ice cream, lunch meat for this coming work week. That's all we've got in the house. 2 homemade pizzas sitting there. We've got some Parker House rolls from going to our favorite bakery 2 or 3 weeks ago. And of course, we've got some white hamburger buns, though we will be phasing those out soon as well, and just either eating the hamburgers in lettuce or trying to find something that's a little bit healthier than just a white bread hamburger bun. So then we're going to move on to the grocery haul. This is a list that we started out with. So we've got a running list taped to the counter, and then we've got a list started for July. We're really buckling down with what I sell online is what's affording our groceries right now, because everything's gone up so high in that it's really pinching the grocery budget, as I mentioned in several videos in that. I'm trying to make the dollar stretch farther. I'm trying to make up for some of the shortages in the budget as far as prices have gone up, rent's gone up, electric has gone up. Now we have the air conditioner running, just everything. And just recently we had a car issue that scared the living daylights out of my husband and I. Last weekend we were going to go on a nature walk for Father's Day. I might show a little clip in here of that, me happy as can be. And then about 15 minutes later, we heard this unbelievable sound, and a large spring in our brake drum snapped. And we had no idea what it was, and it was on a Friday afternoon about 4 o'clock, I think. Everybody was rolling in their carpets for the weekend, and there was nothing that we could do, and we had no clue. Thank God, and I always thank God for YouTube, because from fixing our dryer to fixing other appliances to fixing my life, to fixing our car and helping and fixing our cat and ourselves, YouTube videos have been, there's no price that I can put on top of it. So I immediately started with the YouTube videos, found exactly what was wrong with their car, and we have had one hell of a week. Because when we took it in, we knew what was wrong, we told them what was wrong, and they just replaced the shock absorbers and said it's all good. It wasn't good. So 5 days later, after my husband stresses out having to drive this back and forth to work, which isn't that far, but still, the noise was unbearable. And we had no idea really how much damage it was doing. And we had no other choice. We have one vehicle, 16 years old. And so we finally got it over there today, and basically, had to just put the law down and say, we want that brake torn apart and see what's going on. And a very, very large spring, who this person who's been a mechanic for over 40 years said he's never seen anything like it, and he's worked on plenty of these types of cars with these springs, had snapped in half. So we've got that problem fixed. So, things like that come up, and then they dig into your budget and so on and so forth, and all of you guys have been through it, so you know what I'm talking about. So we make this little old list, and today we were supposed to get milk and yogurt, and my yogurt, the plain yogurt, some lettuce, some bananas, some popsicles, some bread, the kitties' food, 18 count of eggs. We do use wipes rather than toilet paper. We use a flushable kind. There is flushable kinds out there, believe it or not. But we use wipes not only on ourselves versus toilet paper, but we also, I know it's too much information, but we always also use it on our cats. So it just proves out to be what works best for us, and so there you have it. And those are expensive. I need some rubbing alcohol because it's mosquito season, and that's the only thing that takes the itch out. That's my secret. Nothing else works. And I am actually allergic to mosquito bites. My skin gets all red and swollen up. I need a couple aromas. I needed some milk. We were going to stop at KFC and get an order of mashed potatoes because we use their plastic containers to feed our birds with, but KFC was closed, believe it or not. We wanted to look and see how much the movie Avatar was versus renting it, versus streaming it, versus going to the theater. And we needed to get some half and half for next weekend. So milk, orange juice, and half for next week. And so hopefully we don't have to go to the grocery store. And then I was trying to figure out a better way to afford my yogurt, because my yogurt, having to eat just specialized brands, was coming up to $40 a month, which is a lot of money. So I figured out a way to do it, and I'll explain that in a few minutes. So we stopped first at Aldi, and we got some purified water for Kitty for his little kitty fountain, and that was $1.19 at Aldi. My husband went and got his Dannon yogurts, just enough for the from now until the following week, so he should have just enough yogurt for about 10 days. And then I went with this plain yogurt. So I was going to buy some frozen fruit because I don't really care for plain yogurt, but right now there's fruit recalls on a lot of the frozen fruit at Walmart, which is basically all we can go to right now, and because we didn't know our car was going to be fixed, and then once it was too late for us to go any farther. So we stuck with the Yoplait, not the Great Value, because they didn't have any Great Value plain. But the next time I go to the grocery store, I will definitely be buying the Great Value brand. And so then I needed some of these lids so that I can make individual, I think it's 2 or 3 ounce jars for myself. And there's the half and half for next weekend, because we don't want to go to the grocery store next weekend. We have some crackers left in the house, so my husband said he would buy this, and when we play a game this weekend, he'll use some of that with the crackers to use it up. Here's some white mild cheddar from Aldi. Both of these were $1.99 to see if that also tastes good as a grilled cheese sandwich. We buy a Country Crock, a large tub or medium tub at Walmart. One is $5 and one is $8. That's too much money for just buying basically margarine. So this is at Aldi, and this is $2.39. So if we like it, that's good enough for us. We've always bought very expensive eggs, organic or grass-fed or whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is, even the eggs we've stuck with for years and years, EB eggs, who knows where they come from really and what they're all about, and they cost $6 for an 18 count. These were $1.77 at Walmart. We have never tried just the Great Value. We have tried their marketplace eggs and loved them, but they aren't always there, either in the 18 or the 12. So we're going to see what these are all about. I'm sure they're perfectly fine, and for $1.77, that's fine, and that makes us happy. Orange juice, starting for this next work week. Milk for next weekend. This is the jam that the birds like. So it's Concord grape. It's not just the grape jelly. The reason they like it is in the process. And, you know, when we first started this, I was dead set against it. But they really are only craving this when they come back from wherever they migrate and when they're getting ready to have little ones. After that, they're just not really interested in it. And by then, the berries are out on the trees, and that's what they're going to get, and that's much healthier anyways. So we only really feed this when they have come in from wherever migration and when they're starting to mate and we know that they're nesting. So, and after that, we cut it off, which we'll be doing within a week. So this is next year's, because this is so hard to find. There was none available all season. I bought a case of 9 way last year sometime, and that's what we used this season. And then I had to go out and buy some of that stuff that they don't like, and we managed to get through that too. So we probably go through 2 cases, and this is $1.98 a jar, and this is exactly what they crave and they like. Probably that darn high fructose syrup in it. That's why we kind of cut them off quick after about 6 to 8 weeks. Hubby's candy bars, $2.29 at Aldi. Kitty food, each 12 pack is $10.56. Some bread, each loaf is $2.78. And we'll go over here. I do have a Goodwill haul too. So this is the cookies. I mean, at the end I always make 2 big cookies, one for myself, one for my hubby. So the rest of them are for his work. I'd rather him take homemade cookies with homemade natural ingredients in them than anything you can buy in the store. So these are really, really good. I'll leave the recipe in the show notes, and I'll show you my haul in a minute. So my main goal was to get produce, believe it or not, in this. I know I've said that like 10 times, sorry. It's hard for me sometimes to believe some of the stuff I hear and see. In this area, we have 3 vegetable stands. I know in most areas, they've already had the vegetable stands up for weeks. Strawberry season is almost over. Rhubarb, you know, all the early stuff, asparagus. And the 3 vegetable stands for this area of 5,000 people said they're really not putting it up until basically corn comes in, which is usually the middle of July, because they said not enough people in this area like vegetables, or like vegetables from vegetable stands. So there you have it. So, and then 2 of the larger strawberry fields also closed down, so no strawberries. Right now, strawberries are $6.75 a quart, or a flat for $45. And there is a large truck from South Carolina, I believe they come from, that is delivering peaches, but they've only got enough peaches for 1 week in the next county over. So, and people have been flocking there to get the peaches, and I have no idea what a case of peaches costs, but they're pretty rare because of a frost falling on the trees this past spring down south. So I have to rely on the store, of course, for some produce until we go to a large farmer's market. So I got some bananas at Walmart, some Roma tomatoes, which are still $1.48 a pound, some white peaches, those were $1.69 a pound, and they had lots of little displays of them. I just wanted to get 2 just to try them out, because sometimes they're grainy, even when they're in season and sold at Walmart. A cauliflower from Aldi, which was $1.45, I believe. Some broccoli at Walmart, which was 99 cents a pound. These were $2.39, I believe, a pound, and these were locally grown. Well, actually not. They're from Missouri, I think it was, or down south someplace, but they were USA grown. Squash, acorn squash, and then of course my favorite brand of lettuce from Minnesota, and it's also in Texas and other places, I think 3 other places. Some avocados, which are 59 cents a piece at Aldi. Another $3.88 bag of carrots at Walmart. This was $2.48 a pound, or no, $2.48 each at Walmart. Cantaloupe, which is pretty ripe, but not ready yet for 2 days. Some grapes, which were $1.69 at Aldi. Spinach at Aldi, which looked really great, was $1.49 or $69 a bag, and so that'll work for us. My husband found this mosaic LED garden stake for $5 in the fun aisle. Bush's beans are on sale. These great big cans, 1 pound, 12-ounce cans for $1.98. They were price reduction or whatever it's called, rollback. I don't know if I said it, but yeah, I did in the thing. Some rubbing alcohol for mosquitoes to stop the itching and the bites. And then I use Phaseme if I have inflammation in my gut. And once in a blue moon, I get heartburn, and so I use this. And other than that, my cat got a toy for like under $1, I think. And I got 2 boxes of popsicles, the grape popsicles, and I believe that is it. Our total Walmart receipt was $200, and our total Aldi receipt was $29. So $2.29, and these groceries should last about 10 days, and then I'll give you the Goodwill haul.